I'm coming to you from my scrap room. I have a project that I wanted to share with y'all. This is going to be a very short clip, so I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. Now, I entered a swap that is being hosted by Scraping2010, and it is a Shabby Chic theme. So we were to make 4 ATC cards, and I hope that my group will like their ATC card when they get it. So I'm going to go ahead and start here real quick. I went ahead and I used some specialty paper. This is burlap. And then using my EK Success punch, I used to make these little corners here. And this is another piece of specialty paper. And then specialty paper to make and create my little butterfly. And I put it some little, pearls there for the body. And then I place my cameo, being that I have enough to share. I decided to make it a cameo theme. Well, use my cameo for my Shabby Chic ATC card. And then I added this little flower that I picked up at Michael's a while ago. And then these here that I had in my stash. And I added a flatback pearl. And then here I added this little sentiment here. And it says beautiful. And that's my title. And her requirements were to also add a back, and the back I used the same type of paper, specialty paper. I distressed the edges, and I also distressed the edges on, like the here around the front, and then the burlap, the mat to the cameo, and my sentiment, and of course, the flower. So now here on the back I added this little piece of what do you call this, transparency paper that has a rough feel on one side and then the smooth on the other. And I placed it on my computer to where I can print out my information on the rough texture or the texture part. And then I added a piece of ribbon here and then a pink flatback pearl by Recollections, and this is just from my stash. And then here I added this little square tag or whatever you want to call it, to print out ATC swap. And I also ran these two through my computer in my printer, and I just cut them down to fit here on the pocket, and that's it. So there's not much to explain, and this is my submission for the ATC Shabby Chic swap that Miss Lisa, which is Scraping2010, is hosting. So I hope you ladies like what I've created. This is my very first ATC swap that I've ever entered, and I hope y'all like it. So that's it, ladies. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see you real soon. Bye. Okay, guys, I'm back, and here's the card that I have created for my daughter's birthday. And I'm just having so much fun, coloring in these little images, and you playing with my Copics. And because I don't have a big collection in Copics, I have to mix them with some of my Stampin' Up! Markers. But yeah, so anyhow, the paper that I used for this card was paper that Lisa shared with me when we were scrapping at my sister's. Sandra loved to scrap, and Lisa is scrapping, 2010. And so then I went in there and I added this little piece of matte paper that from Recollections that I picked up at Michael's a while back. And then this one here I picked up as well at Michael's not too long ago. And this is a 12 by 12 paper pad. And I decided to do the lips, and I was going to go with the red one, but I didn't want too much red. So, because my daughter loves to do her makeup and her hair and whatnot, so I decided to do it in this kind of, use this paper here. So then, here I added this little sentiment that says, "Happy birthday to you," okay? Now, I don't know if you could read that, because I can't really see it through my camera. So I don't know if you can see it. But I added a couple of flowers that, again, Lisa shared with me. Thank you, Lisa. When we first all got together and went to, went and did some shopping and stuff. So, well, you probably already know if you've seen the video. So all I did was I distressed the edges, and then I added a couple of these little flowers that I picked up at Michael's, okay, to each corner of the flowers. And then down here I added a few of the red ones, okay, that I also picked up at Michael's um, just a while ago. And then I added a few little sprays that came in a bigger bunch of sprays, and all I did was I cut small little stems, and then I kind of moved them around, you know, like the little beads, pearls. I kind of moved them from out of place and glued them in a different place that I wanted them to, so that way I didn't, because they come, you know, they come kind of separated like this, so I kind of gathered them a little closer. And then I added a couple of leaves from, I believe, the same collection of the flowers. And then over here, I added one more, like I said, and a couple of little sprays. So then back here, I went ahead and I used the little flowers that comes with this little bench. And it comes with another little different image. But I wanted to use this bench on her because of the posing that she's doing. So I decided to use the large bench. And then I added, again, like I said, these little flowers. And after I adhered those on there, I went back in there and I put some glossy accents, and I don't know if you could see the shine on there. Okay, so then again, like I said, I added this little bench, and then I sat her on top, and I popped out that using some of my pop dots. There you go, see that? And then I only used pop dots somewhere in the area of her head and right here by her neck, so uh, just to give it a little bit of support. And then down here I added this beautiful little lace that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and then, or trim, and then I added this trim bling here that Jessica, Miss Jesby, shared with me on a swap that we did. Thank you, Jessica. So that's pretty much it, you guys. This is my card, and this is on a 6x6. And then let's see, in the inside I used another piece of my, well, this is actually a collection, what collection was that? Stampin' Up! And that was using these two here. And what I did was I went with my on the edge die, and I kind of cut this here, and because I don't have anything that has the edge, you know, like an edge die. I don't have anything bigger than like a 6 inch, so I had to use that. And then I had, or not even a punch. And then I went ahead and I used again another one of the Stampin' Up! Um, paper, and for my, you know, my message. And then here, this is the same collection, the recollections that I picked up at Michael's. And then I distressed the edges and I stamped on there, Make a Witch. And then I put my little message there. And then down here, if you can see down here, I stamped this little flourish right there, and then this flower right here. So that's pretty much it, you guys. And like I said, my daughter uh, is getting this for her birthday, and I know that by the time these videos you know, get posted, everything has already been done. Her birthdays came and went. And I'm not sure about the swap, but I need to mail those to Miss Lisa, or when I see her, I'll give them to her because we don't live that far apart from each other. That's Scrapping 2010. So thank you so much, you guys, for stopping by, and please don't forget to leave your comments. And yeah, and that's it. So I hope I didn't forget anything. And yeah, feel free to leave your comments down below, and I will see you real soon. Bye.